Okay, so question number 13c was one control that Carmen and Tuba used was to always give the first participant the same amount of time to read the story. Explain why this was important. What most of us have done is we have started by saying because it makes it a fair test, okay? And you can see by the mark scheme that that's not an acceptable answer. Or that you can't write so they all get the same amount of time. You need to explain why it's important that they all have the same amount of time. And really what they're asking is what the impact would be on the study itself if they didn't put that control in place, okay? So ideally you've got 2 marks to get. The first mark will be about the learning. So if one person is getting more time than the other, and this is what a lot of us have done, you've picked up on this point. If one person's getting more time than another person, then they're going to have longer to learn and memorize those stories, okay? So they're clearly going to do better. What we then have missed is we haven't moved on to the next step. So then you're explaining why that's important. So if one person is able to learn and one person's able to memorize more than another person, that will have an effect on the recall, okay? So it's not enough to just identify that that person will have learned and memorized. You need to explain the effect that that would have on the study, which would be to affect the recall. And that might have then implications for the validity. In terms of this study, if we're trying to measure how whether serial reproduction is the thing that's causing the effect in our study, if some people are memorizing for longer, then that means it's not going to be valid, okay? The study is not going to be true. We're not measuring what we intend to measure, okay?